Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Texas Ticket Show. This is Armando and Hoffy Fodetta.
Yeah, buddy.
Welcome all you folks from Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Glad you made it out to the show today. We've got an amazing show.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
We've got Kris from B52
Kris with a
Brewing.
K.
Kris with a K.
Yeah,
that's
buddy.
right. And he's got a couple of great events he's going to bring up today, including the Crown Gem, the
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
Bam!
Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest usually starts in September, ends in October, beginning of
first week.
October.
Yep.
And he's got all kinds of cool stuff in store and things I don't even understand quite fully yet.
You were
but-
talking about some boot you drink out of.
Yeah. So there's in most of the German beer drinking competitions, you finish with the glass boot, right? And bam. So we're gonna
Ask the
we're
expert.
gonna, we're gonna ask some of those questions with him, and you know typically those are much more than 12-ounce pours, but you know we'll see we'll see what all the Oktoberfest going ons is all about. But we also have with us the SMG group from the on the water boat and outdoor adventure show at Margaritaville.
Beautiful.
That's this weekend as well, the
October
24th and 25th. Yeah.
10 to 5.
10 to 5.
Huge event out there.
All kinds of stuff. And
Yeah.
I heard you're riding one of those foil things.
Dude, if I can, just 100%.
told.
But I've got,
We'll verify that.
we'll make sure we cover our knees, right?
Yeah, we're all wearing knee pads for that, you know. And Offie says he's got a pair he can lend me. So we also have.
Yeah, cheers, dude. And then you pay the coaches.
Oh, we know.
Well, anyways.
Funny.
And then what's his name? Laugh it off. Yeah, laugh it off.
Laugh it up, buddy. Okay, we also have.
Tell me a
the,
joke, funny man. All right, Ben.
Ben Blankenship from
Yeah.
Barsh. Now, he's coming because of the Fall Festival in Montgomery. That's going on October 8th. It's downtown Montgomery.
Big event.
And huge event. A lot of great folks coming out as far as musicians go.
Community-based.
And a lot of great community folks coming.
Yeah.
Then there is, it's downtown Montgomery and it's Montgomery, Texas. So it's happening. It happens every year. In the Fall Festival, I think the Diggs Entertainment Group took that over this year.
That's awesome,
and
man.
I don't know if they had it last year or not, but I do know the Fall Festivals goes back quite a bit there in Montgomery. So we're all excited about that. And hopefully the Barsh Group brings some of that information to the table and why they're,
Oh, yeah.
Because they seem to be on the bottom
All over the
line of
place,
a
yeah.
lot of good music
Yeah.
venues and a lot of good events and a lot of the happenings. I don't know if I should be following Barsh around to find out what to do. Or
Yeah,
follow
dude.
The Texas
Good
Ticket.
customer service, it
If you
looks like.
them.
Yeah.
They claim so. You know, I'll find out. I want to talk to him about it. I know. Ben here on the show today is good people, and,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to visit. with
Hyper
him.
local, isn't it?
He sure is, and I haven't met Mr. Barsh, but I know Ben's a good judge of folks, and I've heard good things about
Yeah.
Barsh as well. So he'll help put some light on that for us.
Oh.
And we'll ask them some of the right questions, but they sponsor a lot of good events and the good places for good people, and I'm glad they're there.
Good people getting together.
Yeah,
Serving the
absolutely.
community.
And so we're going to get started, and we'll be right back with Kris with a K from B52 Brewing right here on the Facebook.com/TXTicket.
Yeah, buddy. Just you dance.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Go Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket. Welcome to the Texas Ticket.
Music times.
Yeah. Sometimes I just hope it's playing so I don't look ridiculous. You can't hear it in the studio all the time. This is Armando. I'm back with Hoffy Fodetta
Yeah,
and
buddy.
Kris with a K.
It's funny, we always
Yeah,
refer to
yeah.
you as Kris with a K from B52.
Kris with a K.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've asked you to come out, and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for responding to the
Absolutely.
call. The call.
Yeah.
Feels so noble.
That is
you know,
what
but really,
Anchorman.
yeah, but it's just about beer.
It's just as good, man. Even better.
we just did it for the beer. He's like, oh, should I bring some beer? I'm like, well, absolutely.
You got the sign in the back.
We got a sign. We even got a sign. You know, there'll be signs. You know, and so Oktoberfest, of course, brings on the annual beer drinking event that's sort of German initiated, I'd guess.
Correct.
I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I don't know the true heritage there,
Is
but
it possibly from Düsseldorf?
possibly. No, really.
We always make
No,
something
really.
from Düsseldorf.
But you're on point there. I'd love to disagree with you and tell you how ridiculous that sounds, but you might be accurate. Now, that might be the. It's
The
German,
team in
right?
Geneva.
Yeah. Well, our people in Geneva and our people in Helsinki have put together a huge documentary on some of these things, exclusively on the water relation in Dusseldorf, Germany,
Yeah.
and Conroe, Texas.
Uh-huh.
I know it
Combination
sounds
is-
crazy,
yeah.
but 100% match.
Honestly,
100% match
just to that one, dude.
on the water base right here in Conroe versus the water. And we're tasting and trying, no, I'll hold this up. This is Fest beer.
Yes, this is our fest beer. Yeah. So I'm sure most people are familiar with the Oktoberfest style beers.
Yeah.
They've been around in the U.S. for a very long time. Oktoberfests are more like amber in color, a little bit more rich, but it's a German amber style lager. The fest beer is a little bit more crisp and clean compared to that style.
It's got some amber to it.
Yeah.
It does have a little bit of that.
And
Chris, I just want to start out by making sure you understand we do have an ultimate agenda with our relations with B-52, and you particularly.
What's that?
That's what he was talking about, being in love with this new lady friend. Or whatever.
okay.
Is that it?
No, not at all. And you know, this is a beer.
You're gonna get him in
love.
trouble, dude.
Well, I do have a love for beer, right? And you know, Oktoberfest is something that I always like. I wish I was a part of every single year of my entire life. Right? Every year, I wish I attended some form of Oktoberfest.
It's the best beer festival of the entire year.
And they're almost all in
Fun.
September, right? And I know
Yeah,
this
that's
because
right,
I had a timeshare, and my timeshare was in Utah in the mountains. There's Snowbird, and they have an annual Oktoberfest big beard competition that's been
Right.
always in the
Right.
a real go-to, and it's got Copper Mountain and a few other of the Snowbird and a few other of the slopes that are real popular with Texans because it's an easy go-to. Utah's a nice flight. It's not very expensive, and Utah's not California or Miami Beach, so it's not that limelight kind of snow slope. It's not Colorado where a lot of textbook skiers go that want to go try their first slope. They typically go to Colorado.
Right.
Utah, Snowbird is tucked away in the mountains. It's a special. You have to fly into Utah and then it's, Salt Lake City, and then you go up to the edge of the mountain where a specialized vehicle will tote you up the mountain. You can't Uber.
damn, have you been there?
Yeah, you can't. I own a timeshare there.
No.
You can't Uber to the resort, right? So you can't just go from the airport to your resort. You go from the airport to the bottom of the mountain. At the bottom of the mountain, a specialized vehicle will carry you up the mountain. Then when you get there, you can go to all these destinations, but they're all by Lyft. So you don't drive from place to place once you get there. And to go home, you have to take the specialized vehicle to the bottom of the mountain, and then your Uber can pick you up and take you to the
Sounds
airport.
like you're stuck, isn't it?
yeah.
Super stuck, great thing. But there's 6 or 7 different resorts in that community, and then nearby resorts and communities that are mountain-based snow resorts. But the Oktoberfest, it's in September there. I think week 26, I believe it is, and it sits tucked away up there, and all the resorts celebrate at their little commons beer fest. And man, it is.
That sounds fun.
It is.
That sounds really fun.
Super ridiculously fun, and it's but there's no snow, so we don't get to ski, which has always been kind of the
Right. That's the whole point of
The
going
point of it,
there,
yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
yeah. But they have a I don't know, the hike of the season, they kind of call it. I'm not sure what the name they used, but it was, man, there are millions and millions of wildflowers that go nuts on the mountain to the extent I'd want to mention it during Oktober Beer Fest Long Beard competition. I'm bringing up the flowers on the hike trail.
Yeah.
It is that
That
phenomenal.
sounds like somebody that's in love.
Well, that's
Flowers.
that's just that window closing before the winter sets
Winter
in,
sets in.
and there is nothing on the ground at that point. So it's like this last moment of vegetation where and typically flowers are blooms are about a plant reaching out in desperation. It's about its last hope, right? So the flower is meant to continue the flower's life.
That was really
So
beautiful.
only in stress,
Cheers.
only in stress do they bloom. So the stress would be the stress would be for the plant here at the end of the season, right? So the end of the season is feeling the climate stress. So the plant blooms, right? So that's how a tomato grower forces more tomatoes. He stops watering, stresses the plant, puts out more blooms, then he gets more tomatoes. So as we've been working with a lot of wine growers and and different types of things lately, and they bring those things to mind. But so it's a really beautiful place, really cool, really timely. And I know that right here, when you talk about an Oktoberfest, the word doesn't actually mean the month of October.
That's correct. Yeah, it's more of a celebration going into October. So like the first weekend of October is technically supposed to be the end of Oktoberfest. So it goes from like mid-September into the first weekend of October. Yeah. That's the traditional way that they do it in Germany and things like that.
See, and there's a place called in Brazil, Blumenau. Have you heard of it? It's got the second or third biggest Oktoberfest in the world.
really?
So, yeah, it's a big German population out there in Brazil, but we went over there and they had their Oktoberfest, and it was massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Oktoberfest is cool. Let me ask you a few questions about what happens at yours.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got a different rendition, but I think we all know beer's mandatory.
Of course.
We got to say
Dude, we
it
should
right.
have some
At some
Steins.
point, we've got to right. That'd be great.
Dude, you want a Stein?
Wait,
I got a
so-
couple of Steins. I'm going to bring you one.
Yeah, we have like Steins for sale and stuff during Oktoberfest.
No, this is from
and stuff
Germany,
like
dude.
that.
From
Oh, a real
Düsseldorf.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
Hofbrau.
Oh, 100%.
Stein,
This is all the way
yeah.
from Dusseldorf.
Well, there's a lot of festivals out there that question how the whole thing's run, and people give you like this shades of gray, and the festival's like totally different when you get there. And I'm sure you've done a lot of international festivals, all different flavors. You know, you've had the Otaku, and I keep bringing that thing
The
up.
Asian-
That thing was a shocker, dude. That thing was so
Yeah.
cool. I was like,
It is
wow.
really fun. Yeah, we're doing it again in November, the weekend before.
Are you serious?
The weekend before Thanksgiving.
You
yeah.
got to go to this thing with
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I mean, the food just alone. I mean, even if we didn't even drink beer, which
But what was the other one? The Asian.
okay, we're still going to drink the beer. But if we
mandatory,
didn't,
yeah.
if we didn't, it might
Yeah.
still go. You know, I
But
mean,
didn't they do an Asian festival out there?
that's
as
the
well?
Otaku, and you're doing the
sorry.
same one again in November.
Yeah, same one.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I think we're gonna start doing it twice a year with them.
Good call.
February was the first one, and then we just did
You got a
this other
fan?
one
We got a fan.
on
It's
July
not endorsed
4th.
in any way whatsoever. I mean, straight
For
up. I
cosplay?
just, huh?
Cosplay? The costume thing? We talking about that?
Yeah, cosplay. Yeah, cosplay
that?
was welcome. There were several guests that cosplayed.
We
went, we saw
during that
people.
market there was a little bit of that. Yeah. There was some like anime vendors and things like that, and people.
I think we elaborated on that a bit more, later.
Yeah.
And especially after Halloween, because in October we're all going to get a new costume, so we can always wear
you go.
that same gig
Yeah,
out
you
to
reuse
November.
it. Yeah, get your money's worth.
But we didn't
yeah.
have that at the first one. I mean,
Right.
it just makes sense that would be a much more. There was a few Comic-Cons here in Conroe right during that same time period,
Yeah.
or after, right? So hopefully everybody geared up. We got Renaissance Festival coming.
Get
Right.
into the
Another
Exactly.
costume-related event.
Right.
You can wear that, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that
for sure.
works. That
Yeah, why
goes.
not?
I mean, I'll wear and when I went, we went to another one at your place. It was I don't know, it was some Heritage Month or something. I don't remember what it was, but I remember everybody's wearing kilts, and I was wearing a
Okay.
kilt. One of the cookers was wearing a kilt.
You missed that one?
I don't know when was that.
It was a while back.
Okay,
We've been out
okay.
here a while now.
Yeah.
We might even forget. B-52 might forget some of the parties it held. You know what I mean?
So many. I mean,
Where'd you meet? I met you at a festival.
yeah.
Oh yeah. How was it? It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Just like parties at my house. You know, it's the same thing. Did you have a good time? Like, well, yeah. But and the beer is a big part, and I think Oktoberfest is something that people just expect beer. Beer. What's the German word for beer?
Beer.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, beer.
So where's
Yeah.
the K come from? It's like, I always felt like a K, such an ignored letter.
What?
The
That's funny,
K.
and
Fest
it's fun.
beer. It's a F.
beer.
No, there was another one that had a K in there somewhere.
Okay.
Oktoberfest has
That's
a K.
funny.
Oh,
It's that-
Oktoberfest has a K.
That's right. It's I don't have my glasses on. I can't read that.
That's how we spell
Yeah.
beer in South Africa.
Right,
as well, because it's
exactly.
a big
Correct,
German influence
yeah.
as well with Dutch.
Yeah, and New Braunfels,
I think
Fredericksburg,
the spelling BEER is American.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I think that's an American
Yeah.
spelling of beer. Yeah,
I believe
could be
so.
wrong,
There-
but
October. I guess that's.
October.
Yeah, it's got a straight K. You can hear that K. That.
yeah,
Yeah, I can cough up that K. But it's just different. But anyway,
That's
so
good,
it uses.
we love this beer. This is one of
They're
our favorite
solid.
beers when we release it every year.
Yeah.
You get this great can art. I mean, we were just talking about the marketing that goes in, and
The amount of work that goes into
when we
it as well,
talk
yeah.
about events and festivals and good times for people. I mean, consumers move through things quickly, and they take
Oh,
a lot
yeah,
for granted.
for
but
sure.
yet, it's still so meaningful. Even though I'm going to crush this can, throw it in the garbage,
Right.
but I know
Yeah.
there was a lot of heartfelt work and consideration that goes into this can from
For
its
sure.
colors, its design. Love the label. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna like share that around a bit. And the beer, just so you know, is good. I can tell you I don't like certain beers, and then
like the
I've
lagers?
been clear on sharing that. I don't like everything I drink. No, I don't know. It does have that clean crisp you were
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about. I
right.
don't taste so lager. It does. It is a little richer, right?
Yeah.
For sure. And I would taste like a 6.8 or 8% alcohol, but I know it's only like 5.
It's 5.8, I think.
Yeah, so
5.8.
it's
yeah.
got
That's
that.
still up there, though.
It's got
Yeah,
some
it's
flavor.
getting up there. Yeah.
It's got that good
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
So what about let's talk beer drinking competitions.
Yeah, so
there any of that
I mean, the most notable one, which it's my favorite, is the Steinhoist. So we have a men's and women's Steinhoist competition.
That's just where you hold it out as long as you can till your arm gets tired.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we fill big 1 liter steins up with water, and people have to hold the stein out with their arms straight, back straight, at a 90-degree angle. And the person who holds it out the longest wins like some prizes and stuff.
1 liter
yeah.
equals 1 kilo. 1
was
kilo
like
is 2.2 pounds or so.
Yeah,
I
right.
was in like 6th, 7th place. I mean, I
You went 6, 7th place?
yeah.
What about the 16-ounce drinking contest?
No, I'm 12 ounce.
12
only.
ounce.
I'm only 12 ounce. But for a long time, I was the 12 ounce beer drinking champion of Montgomery County.
Nice.
But that whole story was impressive about the turning table.
That was college. That's silly. That's not Montgomery County. That's Sam Houston State.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I represented Sam Houston, the Sigma Chi's for Sam Houston State during a
That
beer
story was
chugging.
awesome, dude.
But that's when Dakota cigarettes were out and about, and they were out pushing the, because I remember while I was in the contest for Sam Houston State, we were at the Phi Delta Upsilon House at the University of Houston, and we were representing, University of Sam Houston
Yeah.
State at University of Houston, and it's all fraternity stuff, nothing official. Zero official, but nothing collegiately official there at all. But anyway, in our academic, reward programs that we had individually conceived, like beer drinking contests, they were actually sponsored by Dakota Cigarettes. And Dakota came out with cigarettes and giving them out at the fraternity houses.
Can't do that anymore.
No, back in the day. But I remember we were in this room, and both fraternity houses had their whole alumni.
Right.
There were people there of all ages, and I'm like, what are all those guys doing here? They're alumni. Like, those are alumni? They came for this? Yeah, it's
That's a
an
big
annual
deal.
competition. We came from Huntsville to Houston. What do you think's happening? And I'm like, oh. But everybody I competed against played for the University of Houston football team. So they're huge. I'm like sitting here going,
Yeah.
so I'm drinking beer against you today. And the whole time it was the craziest thing. They put us in this big wooden wooden spool,
Yeah.
right? Like a cable spool in the middle of the room. And you'd wrap your legs around that thing. And then they nailed a pizza tray into the middle of it where it would spin.
Okay.
And then all
I
of a
have no
sudden,
idea where this is going.
Oh,
but-
dude.
well, they would come in with this huge thing of beer, right? This massive thing of beer, and put it
Okay.
in the middle of the pizza tray.
Okay.
And then they'd pour rum all over the 151, all over the
Load it
tray,
up.
and then they get the shot right of 151 to drop in your big beer, And then everybody yells, of course, drink, drink, yeah. You know, and then they drop it in, and that thing just goes, and they turn off the lights for this little, yeah. So the room turns off. They only lit by only Christmas lights. Yeah, and it wasn't Christmas, you know, but nevertheless, it's the garnish for the room. But anyway, boom, and then you take this big one, and you know, for me, I'm 12 ounces, right? So even in my best of days drinking beer and chugging a beer drinking competition was 12 ounces. And anytime I went over that, I was always out of my element. I would lose horribly. Like, oh, I thought you were good at this. Yeah, 12 ounces, 12 ounces.
That's what I always missed with them, dude.
Because I'd always lose.
Know what you're good at and stick to it.
Yeah, I would lose. And it was always a bad play. But you also have other fun games there that you do during Oktoberfest, traditional games, better said, and that would include the barrel racing.
Yeah, so we do what's called a barrel roll, and it is we literally take like a wooden barrel, like a whiskey barrel, and put it on its side, and there's two people racing against each other, and they have to roll the barrel down to a point and go back, and that's very difficult to do because the barrel is not really circled.
What's the distance that you have to roll?
It's
went long,
roughly 40 feet-ish.
So that's a good amount.
I mean,
not,
yeah,
I was going to say 15
like
yards was at 330.
Yeah,
That's
it's
about it.
15
40
yards.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't that hard, but it wants to run a circle.
Yeah.
You did it?
Right.
I watched them do it. I filmed it and watched them.
It's really funny to watch, actually.
And everybody wanted to go right or left.
Yeah. Because
as soon as you go, it's like, rip.
It's something that seems like it would be really simple to do. So when you watch people do it and they're having a hard time with it, it's pretty comical.
Have you tried it?
I have done it, yeah.
So what's your technique?
Yeah.
Middle, sides, both ends?
Middle, for
Middle,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, you push the middle. I mean, occasionally you're going to have to hit the sides to straighten
Because
it
it's
out.
got to
Put it back in line.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's arced to the bottom, so like,
Yeah.
what's either wherever you're leaning, it's
Yeah.
going. I'm just gonna tap my mic a few more times, but it's doing this bit every time.
Yeah.
So you kind of get it back in there the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because all walks. I mean, I saw older women, younger women, little kids. I saw grown men, you know, just working that thing,
Knocking it out.
Yeah, trying to get it, and it's a struggle. I mean, nobody was a cakewalk. Nobody walked it in. You know what I mean? There was no gimme. And I like that in a good contest. It keeps it fair and fun. Because, I mean, I could work here and still participate. You know, all those contests that say, you know, you can't participate if you're an employee.
Yeah.
Because then when you'd win and we'd give it to an employee. Well, if you're an employee here and you win, well, good for you. You know? We're cool with that. You know, good luck. You know, but that whole holding the beer challenge, that
Yeah.
a lot,
that's a good
it's a
one.
lot harder than it sounds.
Oh, I can imagine, dude.
I just thought, oh, yeah, I'm in.
If
You know,
anything, you just quench your thirst. It's like, man, it looks good. I'm gonna have
I
it.
did that.
Yeah.
No, I actually jumped in and said, I'm in. You're
Yeah.
gonna give me mine, you know, and it was like, okay, I'm out. You know?
Yeah.
No, I can't do it. It
Yeah,
got
I mean,
super
people-
heavy. People were there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
So what's the
passion.
longest time frame that somebody held it?
I was trying to think about that. I want to say last year someone did it for like 6 or 7 minutes, I
thank
think,
goodness
and
it's
they
not like
won. I think that's right.
Yeah, that's a
I
lot
think
of
it was
time
6 or-
anyways.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
long time.
So October Beer Fest training, we need to get some kind of pars. So we're like doing our-
Shoulders. It's all in the shoulders, man.
So
Not,
we can,
not
like,
your
do-
biceps or your forearms. It's all,
It's
all
all
in the
shoulders.
shoulders. Because if you work out your biceps and your forearms, it's going to weigh your arm down.
Yeah.
It's going to make more weight to hold
Like
up.
Popeye.
Exactly. It's all in the shoulders.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, and there needs to be some like PT training for Beer Fest.
We might as well just start it now. Like we did a sit-up challenge. We got this challenge.
We did, and that's still going on for the month of
Uh-huh.
September. We got a few days left for the St. Joseph's Cancer Awareness Month for children there. It is the 25 sit-ups a day challenge for St. Jude, and we're almost done there.
We need to do a B-52 one. Keep a battle up and do.
I don't think we're
25
helping anybody with that
Yeah.
other than us. You know, I mean, but
Yeah,
that's
that's awareness.
Yeah, it is a neutral. It is a neutral field though, which I do like that we're all equal there. Because
Oh,
I mean, you
absolutely.
can take whatever you got going on at the gym 3 days a week or 5 days a week.
Dude.
Because I mean, we're not going to win. He's going to win the weightlifting competition, no doubt. I mean, I'm mine's about 12 ounces strong, but hard 12, baby.
Hard. I feel like I want to take him on this 12 ounce.
Yeah.
You want to go? We can go.
Possibly.
Yeah, we won't do it on the radio, but we'll go. I'll take it on 12. Oh, come on.
Keep it professional.
That, my friend, I can play. But I
That's
won't play
awesome.
those other ones. But that holding the beer out was a whole different thing. That thing, and then there's the boot, right? So the glass boot, it's a whole different thing. You can be a good beer chugger, but when you get the boot, there's an actual technique.
Right.
You don't twist and turn. You're gonna get a base full of beer.
Yeah.
You got to have your technique down, not just a good stomach for beer. So there's a strategy to some of these things that are a bit mindset more than stomach set. That help you win beer drinking competitions. A little Oktoberfest practice could definitely help. But and of course it's b52brewing.com, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. So we can go there and see that. Now let's put Oktoberfest, because that's tomorrow. Right. So what time?
Sorry, one question. So we're talking about all this beer and whatnot.
Yes.
Food. What are you gonna have out there? Because, dude, after a while, you have to even it out.
Yep.
I
What are you gonna have a
gotta
broth
eat
out there?
between
Oh,
beer
we're gonna have
chugs.
3 food trucks. We're gonna have brats.
Yeah,
Yes,
buddy,
of course,
sauerkraut.
of course. Yeah, we have Tostonios, who usually does like a Puerto Rican fusion. They're actually changing their menu entirely, and he cooks a mean brat. So he's gonna be out there doing that.
I haven't been disappointed with any of the food
Are
trucks
you
bring
hungry?
in. I am hungry.
Yeah. I always ask him multiple times per day. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
And he messes with me, man.
I asked him how many meals a day you eat. He said 6 to 7. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I see. No wonder why you ask so often. I thought it was awkward, but you're
Good
just
for metabolism.
Yeah.
he's a much higher metabolism. But the whole getting the beer in the boot and getting it all drank is usually the anchor to a beer chugging competition. It's the last thing you drink, right? So you'll drink those big old monster glass.
Steins, yeah.
Well, they're glass. They always have the ripples in the glass, and they're these big old monster ones. There's like 3 of these, sometimes 4, and at the end there's a ridiculous boot to finish. But it's so awkward. You got to watch one of these things. It's almost hard to explain it. There's it looks like an actual glass boot.
Yeah.
And, girls think of it like a glass slipper, but if you just do this, that last gulp just goes boom, boom, and it'll hit you in the face.
You
right?
get disqualified for that? Or
Yeah, you
way.
throw your old beer on you in the floor.
There's an air bubble at the top of the toe of the boot. Yeah.
It'll come back
It's in
and hit you
Beer
in the
Fest,
face.
the movie.
Oh, good to know. So maybe,
Yeah.
maybe watch that before you
It's
come out
a,
there.
it's a big part. It's a big part of that movie. Yeah.
So the
Great movie.
so the boot was the only strategy, other than I
Everything
guess
else.
there's probably more strategies. I'm sure some beer drinkers will tell me there's a whole lot more to that.
Yeah, what is the hot dog guy that always eats all the hot dogs and whatnot? July 4th?
Oh, I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, but he's always the champion.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
just
it's
knows
a
how to
little
eat.
dude.
He
Yeah.
just knows how to eat him, whoever that guy is.
Yeah, a
he's
little dude. But it's a strategy.
just
against
mowing
the-
Yeah.
hot dogs. Yeah, there's a strategy, and the boot's to play against the strategy. It's meant to really,
Knock out,
differentiate, an amateur and a guy who's done this a few times, because it's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. Yeah, you don't play that right, it's gonna get you. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to it. But there was something else. I mean, moving forward, tomorrow. Oh, first of all, but just to cap off on that, tomorrow. What time's arrival?
Noon.
Noon. And
To 9 p.m.
we can stay till 9.
Yeah, correct.
Great.
Yeah.
And so a lot of good food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of beer
Music?
drinking fun. Is it just regular house music there going off?
We have a brass band playing some German style brass music.
Oh,
so
awesome.
From 3 to 6.
Great.
They're
Good.
really cool guys. They're called the Homebrewed Brass Band. They do Oktoberfest for us every year.
I love
So
brass.
this is
I love brass.
Yeah.
I love the woodwinds and the instruments and the
Yeah.
brass and that whole.
it's hard to get in the Oktoberfest vibe without that brass band in the
Bum,
background
bum,
doing
bum, ba-da,
exactly.
bum,
Yeah,
bum,
it's
bum,
fun. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, all the whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah. So changing the page. So after tomorrow, you remember tomorrow you can go Saturday at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and you can stay there until 9 p.m. Sorry, so 10 to 9.
Correct.
Okay. So you said at
Noon to 9.
Noon to 9.
That's a long
Don't
day. That's
come at
actually
10.
awesome,
You'll be
though.
waiting
Yeah,
for
it's
a
a
beer.
long day.
So 10 to 9.
Yeah.
Food trucks, everything's there. Vendors are going to be there? Any vendors?
No,
no
we don't-
vendors.
not really
Okay,
gonna
so
have
no one's going to
vendors other
solicit
than-
anything to you?
Other than food and desserts and stuff like that.
Ooh, what's the
Wow.
We have, let me go back here.
dessert?
Thank you for the sample.
We have the Brown Butter Bakery coming out doing Oktoberfest cookies made with some of the beers that we have on tap.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Where they located?
How do they do that?
I can't remember. Sorry.
Hey, but wow.
Sorry.
They're using the beer to make
Yes.
stuff. That's even
exactly.
cooler.
Yeah. And
That's
they
unique.
brought over some samples. They're legit, man. They're very, very good. So,
Dude, that's
yeah.
awesome.
try
giant cookies for the whole family. Yeah.
Now, right on the horizon in November, we have a very, very special holiday to me, which is Halloween. And,
Right.
And everything creepy there. It's just so quick because Halloween falls and helps out with my Renfest passion. And then it helps with the November Otaku Festival that's upcoming. It also helps with all the cosplay events going forward because I can invest in a costume. I have more than one day to wear it, which is really cool to me. So, yeah.
What was that one festival they showed at the Lone Star Convention Center? It was like a
Comic-Con.
No, but it was like a scary Christmas festival thing. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah, the whole Krampus thing.
Yeah, so you can basically do that all the way through.
That's coming up,
Yeah,
right?
you can do
There's
October, you
a
can do that.
spooky
Yeah.
Christmas
so
event.
you might as well get
There you
one
go.
costume that can
There
fit
is this-
into all of it.
Like
Spooky
Nightmare
Christmas
Before
event.
Christmas
Yeah.
type thing. Yeah.
It's at the Lone Star Convention Center. There is an event coming up.
don't have to be Santa
And
Claus, man.
I don't have the specifics, which I should because it's still out of our dates for the show to share with you. But we do have it coming up. So if you're interested in that, by all means, check that out. We'll share some of those links. But November's is the Witches.
Well,
Brew.
October 2nd.
October even.
October 2nd. Yeah. So
That's the witchy.
That's like a week away. It's next the
I
weekend
know.
after next.
Pretty much. It's the Witchy Market. So this was initially planned to be kind of like a small Sunday market. But it absolutely blew up on social media. And so we've beefed it up a little bit. We went from having like 10 vendors to 18 vendors. And now we're going to have 3 food trucks that day. We're preparing for like
Do you feel like
a
3
big
food
day.
trucks is enough, or do you feel like there's sometimes more?
Sometimes we need more. It's hard to gauge, but with food trucks, you want them to sell out.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the goal. Right?
They're loving it.
Yeah.
they're thinking you're
Yeah,
good. They
exactly.
tell you,
So-
we're
This is,
good, Chris,
especially
we're good.
line control as well, because I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you don't want to
Right.
stand there a long time with the beer and it's like, man, I'm gonna go back for another beer.
Yeah.
My food, my beer, my food, my beer.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's the Witchy Market on October 2nd.
October 2nd.
October 2nd.
It's
And-
October 2nd.
So I do want to mention, now that you're talking about Halloween, that on October 29th,
Okay.
we haven't announced this yet on social media or anything, but I'll announce it here. We're going to have a silent disco inside the tap room on the 29th from 9 to 11 p.m.
I have a costume for that too.
And if you don't know what a silent disco is, it's where everyone puts headphones on.
Oh wait.
You ever seen that?
Everyone everyone at the event wears headphones, and there's a DJ playing music, and you have headphones on listening to the DJ. But if you take your headphones off, it's completely silent. So everyone just looks ridiculous dancing around
and
to
they're just
nothing.
getting into it. It's like pop, pop,
Yeah.
pop, and they little.
It's gonna be really
Nice.
fun. Yeah, we're super excited about that one. That's a
And
totally
sponsors
like
get like a headphone plug, like somewhere in the middle of your song.
Yeah, but have you seen the ones with
Drink
different
52.
colors as well? So you can do different songs, different DJs, different tents and locations and whatnot.
I don't
It's
know.
awesome,
I don't
dude.
think we're I don't think we're gonna do that.
That's super cool
So
too.
you do the different colors. So if you
Yeah.
go to a different tent, it would be
that's
more
cool.
techno, then it would be more metal, would be whatever type of music, but you can switch over to the colors.
Dang.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That is
And-
really
Yeah,
You're
cool.
one of the first ones to do that.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a costume contest and all that
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
So we're super
Costumes,
excited about
too.
that one. That's October 29th.
Is that a PM event or AM?
PM? 9 to 11 p.m. Yeah.
2 hours? You're going to
Yeah.
need a little bit more. I feel like, man, people are going to get into it.
Yeah. We'll see.
Hell
But
yeah.
it's our first time trying it out.
Dude,
you
that's
know,
cool.
So, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Well, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, Chris, and you always bring beer with you. So
Kris with a K.
Kris with a K.
Yes.
But more so, I am way looking forward to the witch event, and I want to see that. Of course, I love the otaku. I don't know, that food is just so unique. You can't just go out and get it. You know what I mean? I can't
Right,
buy that food.
exactly.
I can't get that food DoorDash. I can't get that food in any other fashion than I can get it there that day. And I was trying to show people that. I mean, we're Tanaka and some of the food types that were there, the octopus, the pulpo, or whatever they call it. You know, but they were uniquely prepared, uniquely served, uniquely. There was octopus balls, and they were like a fried fritti,
cat.
like artichoke fritti. Yes, with fritti. You know, they were with mixed octopus in it, but there was like this cream cheesy.
I saw that video,
That
you
thing.
can't go anywhere in Conroe and get stuff like that.
It just melted.
Houston maybe, but
But especially the food trucks, because everybody always assumes like, oh, it's a food truck, whatever, get a hamburger and hot dog, whatnot. Dude, those are
They're bringing
solid
that
shit.
flavor.
legit hamburgers. Yeah.
There was a little kale or
Yeah.
something on there, and had a little spice to it.
Yeah,
It
you want
just had
something different, go to a food truck.
Yeah.
lobster
exactly.
rolls. I had a chicken wing that was just prepared in such a unique way with like a honey sweet sauce with it. Had sesame built in the crust. It was just unique. I mean, just everything I tasted and everything I tried was super unique. And I mean, I hate going to get fed. I want to go try something. You know, I want to eat. I gotta eat. I've been here all day. I've been drinking. You know,
hungry?
but I'd love to try stuff. That's part of the adventure. That's part of the entertainment. That's
Yeah.
part of what I do here that makes it more than a concert, right? So there's a concert and then there's a festival. Well, if they're
Which one is
serving
it?
burgers and beers, well, it either needs to be the Burger and Beer Festival or it's a concert. You know,
Right.
I mean, you know, you're gonna have to bring something. You know, and I'll tell you, the Otaku Festival brings it in a way that's original, unique, and every bite, every meal I eat is not about getting fed. I'm not about getting a good drink on. I'm about enjoying a new beer and trying something in every respect, every step I take out there, and I love that. I really do.
Cool.
And that makes it a festival to me. Makes it. I mean, really, it makes it. It's not that I'm trying some old wares. Everything about it. And I can't even understand how you get a new label on this thing for every beer you guys make over there.
we
It's
make them
unique.
in-house. Shout out to Cameron who does our labels in-house. So
That's fabulous. And
he
they're
does
also
a great
unique.
job.
I mean,
yeah.
Wheeze the Juice.
Wheeze the Juice.
Cerveza, some of our other favorite
Yeah.
beers we've learned to really appreciate. And,
Oh, yeah.
And we've got this. I really like this. I love the pills.
Yeah.
You know, and through the time spent just tasting it, getting our first samples of some, we'd go back looking for that same beer again because we know what we like now.
Yeah, and you got good
You know?
staples as well. So at
Yeah.
least you know you can go back for something
Yeah,
solid. You know,
exactly.
you've got something consistent.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and that
But
whole
something different as well.
And you can sample everything when you're there. There's like 23, 24 beers on tap now.
I want to say we have 25 beers on tap at the moment, different beers. So.
You get to 51, we can officially call you the
So,
Baskin Robbins.
We do something called Barrel Fest in March, and
We're gonna get there.
yeah, we'll get there. I know. We're getting.
Dude, the
But,
amount of events you guys are doing.
I told
the-
you, they've been all the time. It's
so
crazy.
you have to go to that event because we have over 50 barrel aged beers on tap. Every tap in the entire brewery is a different beer, and it's all barrel aged.
And I'm not out of context to say I
So
need to try that.
keep an eye
right?
out for
What
that
about
one
the
later.
B52
Does the-
Sangria? You
We
bring that
might do
back?
one. We might do one again. Yeah.
Is it frowned upon to come and ask for a sample? So if I come to the bar and was like, "Hey man, can I just try that?"
No, not really. We're happy to like give samples and
Good,
things like
good.
that.
You know,
yeah.
have 51 samples.
No, but I full commit once I find one I'm
Yeah,
good with.
that's the
You know,
important
I'm
thing.
all in. You know.
Yeah. Don't get a bunch of samples. Don't get 12 samples and leave. You know.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. Who does that? I don't think anybody comes.
No,
to that.
no,
No one
does
came with
that.
that intention. But I mean, I'll try. You won't make it to 12 before you fall in love. I mean,
exactly.
good luck. Try 12 if you're still unhappy. Go on then.
Dude, that whiskey juice.
Go on
Awesome.
then.
Yeah.
You got me on
You gotta
one,
let
dude.
that
was
guy
awesome.
go.
Please, yes.
You gotta let that guy go. You know, if
Yeah.
he sampled 12 beers, still not happy with anything, yeah, that's good. I knew I wasn't gonna make everybody happy all the time, and you can go. You know, because I'll tell you, I would have all the confidence if I was the brewer in the world that if they made it
Past
You know,
5 or so. Even 5
yeah,
is a lot.
even that. You better. You were fishing in the weird ones, but it depends where they go, how they move around in there. In my book, right? But that's my perspective, my palate. What I like. I just think that there's no way they can make it so far without finding a really good match, a really good pair for them, and something they want to commit to and go. Okay, I'm just gonna go around and buy some, and at 6 and just sit down. You know what I mean, and enjoy it. It's there. It gets you there.
So you like your beer. So besides beer, you say, man, I just had enough today. I want to do something different. What is your different?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Bourbon.
Ooh.
Same.
What type
Yeah.
of bourbon?
I'm all over the place. I like trying new stuff. Like,
So what is your go-to? It's like, man, you know what? I had a bad day. My wife is on me. My little ones are just tugging on my leg and say,
Great question, Hoppy.
I want my
Yeah.
go-to bourbon.
Like if I go to the store and like I'm having a bunch of people over and I don't want to spend like a ton of money on, my friends and stuff, I usually go after Bullet bourbon, actually. I think it's Kentucky bourbon.
Regular
They got
rye.
a rye,
Yeah,
regular rye.
yeah. That's kind of been my go-to
Green label or
for the
red
past
label?
couple months. I want to say it's like an orangish red.
Yeah,
label.
That's
the
the
regular.
red. That's the regular. Yeah. The rye is the green.
Okay.
Much more
Yeah,
by
yeah.
it. Gets you closer to a
Right.
whiskey.
But I get something different almost
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single time I go. Yeah.
So
I rarely get the same
That's
thing.
awesome.
Let's just
Yeah.
say it's you and your wife and a presidential dinner. I mean, you've got like an eclectic or someone who really knows their bourbon, and you want to impress.
Oh,
So what's in the
man.
back room?
What are you bringing out from the cachet?
I don't even. I
If you were to,
can't even-
if the cachet was any
that's kind
your
of
best.
outside of my realm of knowledge when it comes to bourbon. I don't really look. I don't even look at that stuff.
You're not drinking that. You're not drinking that Bullet
go
all
right
the
for the
time.
flavor.
though.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up drinking Bullet in the woods. I mean, you had to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
something else. I mean, what was it?
I think probably the most expensive thing that I've had that I've really liked that I would definitely buy again is Johnny Walker Blue. But like I think 20-year-old Johnny Walker Blue.
Yeah.
We've been
So-
experimenting pretty hardcore there. That's why
Yeah.
we're asking. I mean, with genuine
Yeah.
interest. What we try the Four
4
Roses.
roses. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
bourbon.
Four Roses is on the table
Four Roses
today,
is good.
and
Yeah.
and we've been working with a few others.
Yeah.
I'm the Duke, that old John Wayne. It's his son actually.
That's why you got that shirt. What was
bottle
it? The
found.
Barrera? Even though it's not to the Duke itself, but he just guns, bourbon, cheers.
Oh my god! No, I bought some new clips for the gun, and
That was
they,
awesome.
They
Yeah.
gave me a
And he
shirt.
got a shirt from it.
Yeah, there you go.
But I
Yeah.
do like that the Duke, and I've been
Yeah.
drinking that, and of course all the favorites, the Eagle Rares, the Smoke Wagons,
Right.
and,
Yeah.
you know, some of the-
Garrison Brothers also makes
Garrison
some
Brothers is good.
phenomenal stuff.
And that's in Texas as well, dude.
Yes,
You can actually dip
yeah.
your own wax
Right,
as well.
exactly.
If you go over there.
Right.
It's
That's
Yeah.
that's always a
Yeah.
treat. Well, I want to rehash really quick. Let's get a quick calendar for those that have stayed this long to check that out and are excited about drinking some beer and coming down to visit. Tomorrow we have the festival going on from noon to 9,
Correct.
and that's Beer Fest.
Yeah, right.
Correct.
Oktoberfest in
Yeah.
September, and that's when it's held. Typically, October ends the festival, as you've taught us. And then we have the tell me the name of it, the Witch Festival.
The Witchy Market.
Witchy Market.
Yes, that's
Okay.
Sunday, October 2nd.
And at times there.
Noon. The market is noon to 5, but we'll be open until 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have the disco event where we
Yeah,
can,
the Silent Disco, which is October
Silent Disco.
29th, which is a Saturday.
Halloween
the
weekend.
Saturday before Halloween. That's from 9 to 11. That's a 100% ticketed event, so you have to have a ticket for
Okay.
Oh,
that.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
On our website. So.
And then in finalization, you had another event in November. You were bringing up what was the November event? The new otaku. The new otaku. You brought that up. So there'll
Correct.
be, and if you didn't make any of these otaku festivals, and you can learn why I'm such a huge fan and bringing it up on a regular. I was wild. I was awed. I really got a new element of
Good.
things.
I'm
that's-
glad.
There's nothing cosmetic about that. I mean, really, I don't want to put any salesmanship on it. Just take it for what it's worth. You get to wear a costume. You know, an international,
drinks.
Asian,
Yes.
Pan-Asian whole thing going on as far as food goes, and some great vendors and a great time, and all the classic B-52 beers available
Right.
there. Outstanding event, and
Awesome.
I know your numbers were huge there on head counts, and I would expect
Yeah, it's
nothing
pretty
less.
nuts.
I mean, right
Yeah.
out. I mean, right out
Yeah,
the
it's
gate.
nuts.
I was there an hour early because I did the time wrong. Right, I wasn't trying to
Yeah.
beat your clock and be
Right.
first in line, and I'm not that guy, especially to a beer garden,
Yeah.
but there were people waiting. I mean, it was packed out. I'm there an hour early, and
Yeah.
I'm getting a good
And
spot.
parking wise
But
is good.
Parking
Tight.
was tight.
Yeah.
it's good-ish.
It's like everywhere.
But
Put
I mean,
5,000 people there. It's great.
I talked to the guests and I asked them specifically about parking
Oh, that's good.
and how we could improve and things like that. And
Yeah.
no one really had any complaints. The only complaint was that it was really hot, and we can't control that. And that was in July. So,
But that's why I need the beer.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so
And
hot,
this
I need a
one's-
beer,
This
I
one's in
don't know.
November, so we'll have it's November
Wait
19th
till-
and 20th. So we'll have the fire pit going. It's gonna be a good time.
If it was like last year, it's going to be still summertime in November.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
got
still have the fire pit going. Yeah.
We're so glad you're here, and I want to bring you back closer to November when it gets towards the new Otaku, and maybe you can help bring a guest in or something, someone that's got some of that flavor to share. Like,
Yeah.
I got lots of questions. I mean, I
Yeah.
want to know a whole lot, everything
About
from
that octopus bowl?
Yeah, I want to know how they
Yeah.
cook it. I want to talk to someone I barely understand
actually a
telling
decent
me
cook
the
as well.
technique. You know what I mean? I would enjoy that. There was it's like these weird waffles that are shaped like fish that have stuff in them, and it's just super
I know
crazy.
just the guy. So
Yeah,
if you want to
it's-
do that, I'll
I'd
grab
love
him.
that, and
Yeah.
we get closer to the dates so people can relate that, and then the B52 beers and bring it all together. And I know you don't need any help filling your parking lot, but man, I want to make sure that people that live here know what's going on here, what's organic to them, and what they can enjoy and what they get out, and with some real flavors, some real cultures, some all the above.
Something different. But no,
it's
B52,
something different.
where can you get it besides actually the brewery? Can you go to HEB?
You can't go to HEB yet. We're still working on that.
Okay. Where can you go?
But Specs,
Okay.
Specs off of Loop 336, Specs off of I-45 in Spring.
Awesome.
We're in bars and restaurants all over. Red Brick Tavern, just down the road here. They pretty much always have us on tap.
You always ask for it.
I do. I asked for it. I do. I'll tell you, I got some favorites. I mean it. I mean, really, we're asking and we enjoy it. I'll see you for Oktoberfest. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll probably get there about noon, 1 o'clock or so. Stay as long as we can. I don't know about 9 o'clock.
Sounds good.
Good Lord. I'll wear a kilt. I'll wear a kilt.
Yeah, buddy. Cheers, man.
Thanks again. Appreciate it.
We'll be back, folks, right after this with the Texas Ticket.
Yeah, buddy. Cheers.
Hey, this is Wayne Green, your host for Radio Wayne, Spoke and More. Each Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m., I'll be playing folk, singer-songwriter, Americana, blues, bluegrass, classic country, Cajun Zydeco, Celtic swing, and whatever else seems to fit. Once again, that's Radio Wayne, Spoke and More, every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on Lone Star Community Radio.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando. I'm with Hoffy Footer.
Yeah, buddy.
And this is the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment
So
of the show.
you get all
Which
the
really-
schedule events.
Yeah, and it's just all the hottest events that we really feel are coming up. And with me, I have Ben Blankenship from Barsh
Auto service.
Auto services. Yeah, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here, boss. And we brought you out for a specific reason. I mean, there's a lot of hot events coming up, and it is event season, and there is so much going on. But there was one that was brought up today several times. I have people calling, asking about it, and I may say that all the time, but they don't actually do it all the time. I mean, they're really
He's a
doing
good salesman, dude. I can tell you
This
that.
Montgomery Fall event's got people calling me asking for tickets. I'm like, I don't know nobody. Quit
He's
calling
starting
here.
to print tickets back there. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're supporting the Barsh is supporting the Montgomery Fall event.
Yes, we are a major supporter of all of Charlie Diggs Entertainment.
Gotta get in there.
We will be out at the Fall Fest in downtown Montgomery, October 8th, all day long. It's going to be a great event. We've got a huge lineup of some great entertainers. We would love for y'all to just come out and come enjoy the day. We have some great vendors, some great food trucks. Charlie Diggs always puts on an outstanding show. He's a very
I ain't heard him sing yet.
Well, you don't want to.
He does it probably at the end. It's like, cheers, buddy. I got
Charlie's a
We
great.
try to get him to sing. I was like, Charlie, can you come on the show? We want you to do a singing spot.
I think that's why he hires
Click.
people. But Charlie's a great guy. He gets really involved in our community.
His involvement is in good reach. He's got
Yeah.
the Josh Abbott Band out there in October 8th in Montgomery downtown for the Fall Festival that everybody's going crazy about. We got Peyton Howie out there.
Dude, it's
for
a
the
big
Fall
deal, yeah.
Festival.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of
Up-and-coming
vendors,
artist. She's great.
Jason Cassidy's going to be out there.
Great
Cassidy's,
friend of mine.
I enjoy his shows. The guy gets into it. You know, I love his spirit. I love his shows. He has a lot of fun, and you can feel it. I know he's enjoying himself. I know he's not just putting this on for me. You know, I always feel like,
Yeah,
I don't think she's glad to be
closing
here.
How do you do it?
his
Like,
closing
two, three.
smash is always super live. If you've heard that, he does a twist of like "Wanna Be a Baller," ice, Vanilla Ice, super live. Grand finale whenever he closes his show. Love
But
hearing
Bosch
Ray.
is, dude, just talking about Bosch, I feel like I'm on social media a little bit more because for obvious reasons next door to me. But I see you guys a lot on there just talking about the community, the stuff that you guys do. Customer service seems like it's a big deal for you guys as well.
Customer service is first and foremost in what we do. We build relationships with our customers. It's the car is yes, we take care of the car, but we want to know that we built a relationship with our customers before they leave, and we know that we please them in every way that we can.
Is it hyper local?
You know, yeah. I mean, a lot of people say a lot of stuff. Well, let's just flash back to the Fall Festival really fast before we leave that, because I'm about to. And Morgan McKay, Andy Griggs, right? Andy Griggs, I think that's his name. So there is a lot of headliners at one event, and what makes it an event, there's going to be the bounce houses, there's going to be the other stuff, lots of stuff for the whole family. There's different cooking. I don't know if there's a cook-off or anything like that.
No, just food trucks. Some
Just
really good food trucks. Yeah.
And vendors are
Yeah.
out there, and the whole kid zone, all that fun stuff. Charlie Diggs, Montgomery, October 8th. So let's put that one up.
To bit.
And you can punch your ticket there. I mean, really, that's a Texas event, downtown Montgomery. I'd like to see you folks from California go down there and enjoy that right there in the heart of Texas. Montgomery, not Montgomery County, Montgomery, Texas.
What's
It's different.
California?
That's where the Texas flag was born.
Glad
Did you know
get
that?
out there. Yes, sir. The
Yeah.
home of the Texas flag.
Yeah.
I'm Montgomery High School. That was like the whole claim to fame. I kept wondering, what the hell would they need a goat for? We got so much to be proud of. We got lions, tigers, and bears, and we've got the home birthplace of the Texas flag. I think
Why do you go back to the goat, dude?
because I think we're good. But anyway, moving on. You know,
Damn
moving
goat.
on. So we've one of the things about Ben, how long you been with Barsh?
I've been with Barsh. I've known Barsh a little over a year now. He's absolutely not only is an outstanding boss, he's a great friend too, and he's also an outstanding mentor in my life.
It's nice to hear that, because I don't know him personally. I know of his business. He's been here a long time, and I know you a whole lot longer than I've known Barsh, but I fortunately for me, I hadn't been on the side of the road to get rescued in a while. But I know he's the guy that does
just
some of that
calls me.
stuff here in the county, and
Yes.
he's a good go-to, a trusted vendor there, which hopefully.
Absolutely.
It's
We have 3 locations. We have one in New Waverly. We have one
really?
here in South Conroe, and we have a Barsh Diesel Performance over here by the fairgrounds. And we also have Barsh
I
Towing.
did not know that.
You can reach out to our friend Christian over there, 936-449-4444 for our towing. We'd be glad to
One
come
more
take
time.
care of you.
9364.
936-449-4444.
And you just pick us up, tow us, and where do you take it when you
Christian, we can take it anywhere you like, but we would like to bring it to our facility and know you're taken care of from front to back.
I would guess so. And Ben, I have a lot of respect for you and your life. I know the journey's been a long one, and you've had just as many probably ups and downs as the rest of us, but
Yes, sir.
in different flavors. Life's not always a. We'd like to all think
Life's
everybody's a
about the
straight
journey.
line. Yeah, I mean, what were we talking about the other day? The view from the top of the mountain is the same for everybody. The way up there is different.
Absolutely.
And I mean, when you get there, it's going to be the same thing everybody saw. I can see the world from here, and it's like, well, sure, yeah, but how'd you get up there? Well, I went around the backside, came up the rocks, went over here, did that. The next guy will tell you, well, I just went straight up the
Completely
front. I
different
mean,
way,
I
yeah.
had to scale that part, but other than that, I went straight up the
But
front.
the view is the
we
same.
went halfway. I got tired and came back. I
Yeah.
never saw it. There could be a million ways up this mountain, and a million people tell you different directions, and they probably might. Majority of them lead you to the top of the mountain. I mean, they're right. Everybody's right. But that journey's going to be totally different.
Yeah.
The
absolutely.
walk.
I've I've gone through my twists and turns, and I'm still on the climb. But I see a lot of great things happening.
Man, I
in
love
the
your
future.
faith, man. I love who you are as a person. I hope it's you found the right place and a good home there. And when you mean he's good people, I hope we're on the same page. I think.
Buster's one of the best out there.
Good. Well, that's fantastic, man. And what other events is Barsh supporting coming up? and
So
what's
earlier
on the
that
grill?
day, actually on October 8th, we have a Thin Blue Lines benefit with
right.
Bo Sullivan and True South Promotions. They're
right.
just going to go out and do a simple motorcycle ride. They're going to come back. I'm going to be barbecuing for those guys.
For the folks that don't know, Thin Blue Line.
Thin Blue Lines is for the local police officers. We want to support them in any way that they can. Those guys get out there on the front lines and really protect our community. And
It's a biking group, right? It's a
Yes,
group of alumni,
yes. It's a few motorcycle clubs.
retired officers, first
yeah.
responders. It's a good mess of those and
Yeah.
good people, and they come out to help everything locally that they can.
Absolutely. So Barsh is going to be sponsoring Texas Brisket Barn, which is mine, and I'll be out there.
Texas Brisket
Yes,
Barn.
sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
That's
Super
good thing. Are
excited.
you hungry?
Oh,
Super
I am hungry.
excited
We're
about
going for
that.
pizza after this.
Yeah.
But over at Joe's. But Joe Haliti makes a mean pizza. I don't know if you know
Joe's
Joe's
great.
Italian right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So
Eats there all the
we're
time.
going there after this. You can join us if you want, Ben. We always leave 3 or 4 slices.
I've got a dinner with Buster with the
Sucker's
manager's
like
meeting,
this big. I can like hide in his pizza. But anyway, guys, look, I'm gonna endorse my friend, people I love, and food I love,
Yeah,
and where I know I'm not leading you the wrong way. And Joe Haliti's
you can't,
extra
you
large.
can't go wrong with
I
Joe's.
don't care who you are. You can go on in there and try that. Put me to the test. And
Yeah.
when you're on the side of the road, you need some help or you need support. Just automotive repair changes, things going like that. You can always call Barsh.
Yes,
you can find you online.
You can call the 936-449-4444 for
Sure.
our towing service, and if you need the automotive shop, give us a call at 936-588-2010. Speak to Chase or Mark over there; those guys will take care of you.
Chase and Mark. Okay. And Ben, I'm going to share some of your links down in the comments. I'll put some up on Texas Ticket, and we'll have GLC Media share that, Go Lake Conroe, and a few of the other pages that we can to get that out there. Let's support who's supporting the entertainment
Yes.
and people like
The community, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Support-
Jason Cassidy,
support-
Pace and Howie,
support
Scooter
locally.
Bell brand.
Yeah.
Whatever we got to do to make those folks keep coming to town. Hell, I walked a walk with Barsh. You know what I mean? And we get to the end of the rainbow. We'll see you there. We'll see you at the Falls Festival, October 8th. A Barsh
Absolutely.
supported event right here in your hometown, Montgomery, Texas. Right out there. We'll see you October 8th. All day. That's a whole day thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
See
buddy.
you guys
Come on out.
there.
Let's go.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Well, yeah, we shouldn't be leaving. We should just be rolling into the next, and then let's just get another guest in here.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's just bring somebody else in. All right, so again on the Texas Ticket. Now, I've got to stress that there is just so much going on right now.
Dude, a lot.
It's hard to fit it all in.
Damn.
But we're going to try and jam as much into this show as we can. And on the Water Boat and Adventure show is coming over to Margaritaville, and that is 24th and 25th.
Yeah, 10 to 5.
So Saturday and Sunday this weekend.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Really, Doc, let me introduce you properly.
Well, that's how we would start, right?
That's always your
Normally.
Tell us your full name and why you're here at
Yeah.
all. Let us know.
I'm here to visit.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
buddy.
name is Daniel McCormick, and I work at SMG Boats, and we're here to talk boat show.
Yeah, buddy.
So
You will be out
I made
there.
it.
Saturday, this weekend,
This weekend?
right?
Is it?
24th, 25th?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Wow.
That is this weekend.
That happens fast, right?
Saturday
Dude.
and Sunday. And it's at Margaritaville. Is it open to the public?
It's open to the public, and it is coming fast.
And that's a huge change. It's,
10 to
you're
5.
talking about
While
from-
the sun's shining,
Yeah.
you can pretty much go down there, right?
Margaritaville?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to go to Margaritaville?
Yeah. But,
And it's in the water.
but it's a big change because just talking about, it was at Bentwater. It moved over to Margaritaville, right?
And-
So if
and-
anybody's got misconception of where it's going to be,
Yeah, we switched
Margaritaville.
it to a venue that is going to be a little more
larger.
fun.
Yeah.
I like that you added
Playful.
the verb like more.
I like
at the
it's like
beginning of it.
More
Yeah.
of everything.
Fun.
I
Yeah.
should have stopped there. Let's get a venue that's more.
And did you see the lake today? What did the first thing you saw when you looked at the water today?
It is calm. It is nice. The temperatures couldn't be
You said
better.
skiing.
Skiing.
That's, as soon as I
Ah.
see it calm like that, I want to get on it. you know what I mean? When it's flat like
It's like
that,
glass, man.
yeah, it doesn't mess with your kneeboard and your jet skiing. It lets you get a good smooth ride, and
Yeah.
it really lets you go crazy when you're
It's
You're
more
doing
fun.
some activities like some of the things we hope to see at the On the
Oh,
Water
yeah.
Boat Show.
Wake surfing, wakeboarding,
Yeah, a little kneeboard in there. Get
fishing
That's what
boats.
she said.
strap that thing in and go to town.
Hey, we may have to see that.
Yeah, I enjoy
What are you
that.
doing this weekend?
I'm going to be at the boat show at
On-
Margaritaville.
on
That
kneeboard?
we're
We'll be the 24th for sure.
24th. We're judging the Battle of the Bands. We're the final judges for the Battle of the Bands. I know Houston Live will be judging it at 10, and then our group will judge at 4. So the Texas Ticket will take the final 4 and give the final winner. So
Final punch.
Yeah, they punch a Texas Ticket with some of the young musicians and artists that are coming out for the Battle of the Bands contest at the On the Water Boat Show
This weekend.
this weekend, 24th and 25th at
So for
Margaritaville.
everybody should have heard that. It's a boat show and there's a battle of the bands.
That's right. There's music.
I mean-
There's music. That's gonna be.
Can't forget that.
And we were just asking what kind of music is playing out there, and I know they're serving some food. There's their regular affair there. They have 3-4 restaurants on property, something like
That's
that.
massive, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff for everybody to do.
I'm not crazy about some of the pub food so much as I want to test a good hotel chef. You know, hotel chefs are always like, they got a little extra.
Yeah.
You know, they do.
They got that chip on the shoulder, like, I'm going to show you.
They're collegiate chefs. They're collegiate chefs. These guys went to the culinary school. There's an executive, a sous, a pantry, a pastry. There's not a chef fry and grill. You know what I mean? Like at normal restaurants, you know, a chef that is the chef because he does the ordering and important in your schedule.
Oversees everything, yeah?
Yeah, and then there's the fry guy, the grill guy, and so you get this different hierarchy in the kitchen than you
absolutely.
do at a hotel. A hotel will have executive, sous, pantry, pastry. You know, there's a
It's all segmented.
it's learned.
That's a big deal.
It's collegiate. It's a different. It's more artists go there. You know, so they can have the freedom without owning a restaurant to be able to give that.
Whole experience.
Their skill set. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, if I have to put 2 ounces of this and 2 ounces of this and 1 ounce of this, and I put it all in a bowl because that's what the recipe calls for. Well, how much of a chef are you? I mean, you're putting together the recipe. You're not.
So I have a question. You're so experienced in this. You're giving me a bunch of knowledge right now. How?
Oh, I love food and beverage.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
a
been
good
in for it
eater.
forever.
Yeah.
And Del
And hyper local
Lago,
as well. He doesn't say it a lot, but he worked over at April Sound, lived in April Sound forever.
I did, and I got to learn a lot of the good
Amerigos.
stuff from Marchione's and
Yeah.
here in Conroe out by the school there. We're independent chefs doing different things. But some of that stuff is like the Hilton Americas downtown Houston. If you go on that roof that sees the entire city, that chef will step up and shock you on the plate.
Hold on, who's making a soup with ossobuco at the moment?
That was dinner last night.
Thanks a lot for sharing.
Yeah, it was definitely good. I enjoy cooking, but
You have leftovers?
I do. I'll be eating it for weeks. Bad part.
I haven't had an offer yet.
But there's the craftsmanship that goes into each plate is clear to see. There's a taking down the walls, the freedom in the culinary side of things, and I know that's not what we're here to talk about, but plenty of good food and at Margaritaville,
A lot of fun, SMG.
and a lot of fun. We'll have SMG. We'll have some Battle of the Bands contest going on. Several different vendors on the water. We met with Jeremy at right. Jeremy is his name.
From where?
Slipski, I think.
Oh, dude, I can't remember, to be
I
honest.
don't think it was Slipski. Some other boat groups that are going to be out there. There's
yeah.
a good variety coming. Which
Variety
is
of boats,
it's nice.
variety of vendors. I mean, you can make a weekend out of it.
Fun
When
full,
can
yeah.
you ever go to a boat show? You could stay the night at a resort. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Go to Walden's afterwards for a good Sunday brunch.
Right, Sunday brunch is good
Yeah.
too, and you get some of that flair as well. And it's the AKA legendary Sunday brunch. So that's always a go to when the more people that come down Walden Road. I mean, once you make it to Margaritaville, you're pretty much to the Walden Yacht Club. So you've alleviated the
That's a cool
biggest.
spot, man. Everybody, everything out there. I mean, you're talking about just Walden. You got Big Bertha's. You've got Margaritaville.
And Kimmy's place.
Kimmy's place, Kimmy Tabor. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Kimmy's place.
Yeah, that's a cool.
But
a lot
at
of cool
Big
spots.
Bertha's, you've got Racquetball Club down there. For
A lot of fun full stuff.
There's a lot of stuff on Walden Road that just seems like it's off the beaten path a bit, and people don't give it.
Marini's. Remember that pizza, the
man.
big one?
I'm not as crazy about the pizzas and that calzone they got down. We're typically about the food, but it's been a long time. I'm a little older now, but it used to be where every time the lake looked like it did today, we were rushing. I
To
mean,
get on the lake.
we're changing our schedule.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen the lake? Yeah. Okay.
on it.
Can you make it? Yeah, I'll be there. And that means you've sacrificed everything else you had to do that day to go take advantage of a slick lake, and it's flat. There's nothing moving. I mean, you can go to town on a weekend there. And that's the best days. The good thing about Margaritaville is they have that enclosed area that you'll be presenting in, I assume.
Yes. So
And-
calm, controlled.
Yeah, let's do
Boats
some.
will be on the water, so boats can get tested, looked at, driven. Yeah.
Safe as well, so it sounds like.
Safe.
Controlled.
Yeah, and I think that's a wise call versus the water off of the coast of the Bentwater. I think it's not the country club; it's the yacht club, the little one. It's tough there. That's deep water. It's one of the deepest spots on the lake, from what I understand.
It's deep there, and the number of docks is different. This is logistically working. This is just a really nice, clean setup for us as vendors and for people being able to come and
That's awesome.
view the boats, get on the boats, see the boats.
And
It's
I
just-
heard we're working into as a catalyst from what I've heard from Jada and Tom Faust and some of the other folks involved, that this is the stepping stone for next year's repeat of this event.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, good. Well, we'll look forward to that stuff. One of the things they can do is watch the media on it if they can't make it, or go. But we should give them a clue to who's participating, what to find there, and to if they stay home and just watch their TV and realize what they missed, then you can wait a year and you'll get another opportunity at it. Good for you. Good for you. You can wait the whole year because we're going to put a lot of eye candy up there for you to wish you would have went, so you're forced to have to want to go next year. That's my hidden agenda there when I go and cover that one. That's the one I'm like, I hope that makes them go next year, because it's post-marketing. So post-marketing, typically, that's all it's about. So hopefully we get folks to come next year. If you don't make it
Dude, it's Margaritaville,
Saturday,
man. That's
tomorrow, the 24th or the 25th, and it's not just some stuff you watch and just wish you would have gone.
This is cool as hell. You've got boats you can go on, check them out, get some good food, good drinks.
And just because you got a lake view doesn't mean you're actually participating in lakeside activities.
This is fun,
I
man.
watch their play patterns from the window. It's not enough. It's
I just want to
not
see
enough.
the foil, man. Do you guys have a foil out
We
there?
have foils. I'll bring one for you.
Dude.
You gonna bring a foil for real?
I can do it.
That.
Oh, done.
Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, that's
He's not bringing his knee
something.
braces. We both are old. No, I was going to say
Hey,
mine
now.
as well.
One knee, and
I don't want to give. I don't want to give mine away, but basically both of them is done.
Are we going for pizza after this?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay,
Can
great.
knock out nothing.
Yeah.
Like a damn mafia, Joe's Italian.
Joe's
take you out.
You gonna eat that? It's like, well, yeah.
I'll see you outside.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you outside. It's like, wow. So, Margaritaville, is there tickets? So I got to buy tickets for this?
No tickets.
Oh, damn.
What kind of attire should I don't know what to wear.
Kind of attire. Let's see.
Swimsuit, tank top, flip flops.
Outdoor, sunshine, boats. That's gonna
We're
have
good,
to be-
regular. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's
Casual.
Weather's going to be awesome, dude.
Weather's gonna
Is
be
it?
awesome.
Yeah. Close to the 80s
Is
as well.
it?
Like
Yeah,
midnight,
not
like
110.
low. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Like
That's
no,
great.
low 90s.
And the
high
lake
80s.
stays warm, and that
Yeah.
little cove's even warmer than the rest of the lake because it's so shallow.
Yeah.
But it is flat, no matter what the hell's going on in the water on the other side of that sandbar.
Yeah.
Where you come into the Del Lago Marina.
Like you said, it's well, it's controlled. Yeah.
Very
Del
well
Lago.
controlled.
I'm sorry.
Del Lago.
Margaritaville Marina.
That is telling you
That's
age a little
body
bit.
fell, man.
Well, you know what I mean. It's
Yeah, I
it's
know.
blocked off, and it heads that thing up, and that's that spot I was telling you there would be some great fishing.
Oh,
back in
yeah.
that parking lot corner.
He's an angler by trade.
Ah.
Yeah. So if you go across right there in that cove where it circles, there's that back parking lot where most of your guests will probably park.
Yeah.
Right. But right there where that parking lot meets the lake and that sandbar that blocks it in, there's like where so much foliage. It's outside of Margaritaville's manicured area and just part of Walden's maybe.
The fish attractor.
Dude, we were sitting on a boat. This is one of the ones that was like on display and whatnot. And he was like, dude, you know it's a good fishing spot over there. And I was like, why? And he's explaining the whole reason.
I was telling him it was boiling, and it took him
but it's
forever
the
to.
shade, the everything. He's just talking about all the elements and whatnot. It's like, damn, he likes his fishing all over
And,
there.
and you got to walk through the woods to get to it, so that means no one's hitting it, but nevertheless, that little cove brings on a real nice safe haven for like fish to go and do the breeding grounds and stuff. It's a little early for that, but it's still a good spot. When I looked over there, every time I look, it's boiling. I don't know if something's falling in. It just puts those little bubbles on the top of the water where something's moving down there, something's alive, something's kicking, something's
We
moving.
drove to Louisiana. You're like, look at them bubbles. Look at them bubbles in the
Yeah,
little
a
swamp.
Shafalaya Bayou.
Yeah.
It's always
I was like, how do
bubbling.
you see no bubbles, dude? I'm doing 80. How do you see any bubbles?
Man,
I'm watching.
I could tell you.
You need to stop and go see what those bubbles are coming from. No, a big guy like you, go in the water and poke around.
Oh, no, I'm not noodling for nothing. Don't worry about that.
We don't noodle in Louisiana. They don't do as much of that. Not in the Chef Live Bayou.
I won't be doing nothing.
It may not be a cat in there. You know. You know why? You know why the blue heron is a state bird of Louisiana?
Let's hear it.
It's the only thing they won't eat. Well, finish up for us. Let us know what else you got. Is anything else about the event you want to make sure we highlight or bring up, or got something to look forward to for us that we can?
It's not every day you get a boat show that's on the water, and a boat show that's at a place like Margaritaville. So a ton to offer. Great time of year. Lake is great. Weather's great. It's all lined up. Let's do it.
And if we're on the marketplace for a boat, you got us all covered there.
All covered there. Pontoon boats, wake boats, fish boats. I mean, anything you can look for. Center consoles, bass boats. It's all going to be
It's
there.
outstanding. And are we competitive? Are you competitive? I mean, do you work with folks? I mean, what if I got really bad credit, but I love to fish?
Oh, come see us. We are very competitive.
Great. I know we got a lot of those out here.
Speaking on your shelf there, because hey,
I do love to fish. My credit's all right. But we'll look forward to it. We'll see you out there on the On the Water Boat and Outdoor Adventure Show, and that's brought to you by Bentwater Life. Be local. Is that the same group? I think it's the same group. I think it's the same franchise. Yeah, and the folks
SMG out there?
some of the folks
Yep,
from Bentwater.
SMG Boats will be there.
And we'll see you there the Saturday, tomorrow, and the 24th and the 25th.
We'll see you at Sunday brunch.
Ooh,
Yeah, buddy.
That'd be nice.
do
Come
it.
visit with us afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back, folks. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you enjoying the Texas Ticket Show. Actually, that's our finish for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Catch us on
your little
Facebook.com/TXTicket.
Cheers.